أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Inshallah, we will start Surah An-Najm today. Surah An-Najm, ayatuha, there are 62 verses in it. Ruku'atuha, yani 3 paragraphs in it. In this Qur'an, the order is 53. It's called Tartib Mazhafi. The order in which it was revealed is 23, which this means. Look, Makki surah are short. So most of them come as only one wahi. So if a surah is 23, it means what? It is early Makki. Okay? Very early Makki surah. In the beginning of Islam, this surah was revealed. Okay? Makkiyatun means it was revealed before Hijrah. And surah means a chapter of the Qur'an. And An-Najm means the star, which is the name of the surah. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala swear by the star. And then sometime Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala swear 3-4 times. So that is qasam. And then there is the jawab qasam. Okay? Like for example, you say, I swear. This is qasam. And you say, I swear I will not eat. So I will not eat is what? Jawab qasam. Okay? I swear I will not eat. I swear is qasam. And I will not eat is what? Jawab qasam. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say, I swear by the star. Why? What is jawab qasam? Ma dhalla sahibukum wa ma ghawa. Okay, this is jawab qasam. Okay? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so in this surah is a very unique surah. This is the first surah that the Prophet ﷺ, he recited it in an open majma, in an open gathering. And there was a lot of mushrikeen in that gathering too. All were not Muslim. So when the ayah of Sajda come, this is the first surah in which the ayah of Sajda came. So, Surah An-Najm, Balaghat of the Qur'an, it recited by the Prophet. So, Ajib Shan, Sama ban gaya. There was a beautiful thing. So, when the ayat of Sajda come, all the Muslims when it Sajda, the Mushrikeen could not resist. All of the Mushrikeen also did Sajda. There was one Mushrik, that his name might be Umayyah ibn Khalf, that he was arrogant. So he took some dirt and rubbed it on his forehead. And he said, this is my sajda. So he didn't do sajda. So the Sahaba say, all those who did sajda, they became Muslim. And he was killed in Badr. He's the only one who didn't accept Islam. So this is mu'jiza of this surah, An-Najm. Okay? Iqbal also like this surah. So he say, تو معنی و نجم نسم جا تو عجب کیا ہے تیرا مد و جذر ابھی چاند کا محتاج. So the surah is Makki surah. What is the subject is what? Tawheed, the oneness of Allah, Risalat and Akhirah. Remember, these are 3 things that you remember. The subject of the Makkan surah is what? Tawheed, Risalat and Akhirat. Tawheed means by dalail that Allah is one. Okay? And Risala means all the stories of the Prophet. And Akhirat means like Al-Qari'ah, Mal-Qari'ah, the Ahwal of the day. So Tawheed, Risala and Akhirah. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he swear that one Najm. Okay. Iza hawa. By that star which is about to go down to sit. Okay? Hawa Yahwi, Hawiyan mean when a thing drops from the above, disappearing, ghurub. That is called what? Hawa. Yahwi, Hawiyan. So, like for example, the star, this is ufuq, horizon, and this is another horizon. So the star, suppose it appear and it disappear here. Okay? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala swear not just by the star. Allah swear by the star when the star is here, about to disappear. Why? Because there will be always a rabat between qasam and jawab qasam. That why Allah picked this qasam on this occasion. Okay? So here the jawab qasam is what? That what your prophet is who is living in you, he has not lost the way. He is on the straight path. Okay? And he has not deviated. He is very straight on his mission. There is no distraction, deviation. He is on the straight path. So what is the character of the star? The star, it does not deviate and go straight, whatever the prescribed path is. This is the characteristic of the star. The same way that the star does not deviate and it will not lose the way, in the same way this prophet will not deviate. Because dwalla mean a person he is going. This is the man, he is going. He lost the way completely and he stand. He don't know how to go. So gumrah, the one who completely lose the path is called what? Dwalla. And gawa mean that the man would दूसरे गलत रास्ते को सही रास्ता समझे. The one who go on this path instead of that path. It's called gawa. So gawa mean deviation and dwalla mean losing the path completely. He cannot figure out where to go. So these two things cannot come to the prophet in the same way that it cannot happen to the star. So this is the rabat between qasam and jawab qasam. Why Allah say idha hawa? Because the star which is close to the horizon is more useful in guidance. So, okay, so the star which is here, you don't know which one is east, which one is west. Mashriq Maghrib ka pata nahi lagta. You cannot figure out the direction from the star which is in the middle of the sky. But the star which is close to the ufuq and the horizon is more useful in guidance. So this is not just a star which is in the middle of the sky, but it is the star which is close to the horizon. Then you might say, why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala picked this location and he could have picked this location also because this is also close to the ufuq, to the horizon. No. Here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying this prophet will not live amongst you forever. So his living in you, consider it as a what? Ghanima. It's an opportunity because he is today or tomorrow he is leaving this dunya. So this star, although it is close to the ufuq and it is also very useful to find the direction, but the people say, if not today, if not this month, next month, okay, not this hour, next hour, I will take advantage from this. But here, it is all the khususiyat, all the characteristics of iqtida that the Prophet need to be followed are here because the Prophet is leaving. Iza hawa. Okay? And he is close to the ufuq also. He is most useful in following the correct path. Okay, so that is why Allah brought the qaid that not just the star, An-Najm, I swear by that star, iza hawa, when it is going to sit down. Okay? Iza hawa. So what is the jawab qasam? Ma dwalla sahibukum wa ma gawa. Your prophet, your companion. Sahib means your companion. Why? Because Allah could have said, Ma dwalla al-nabiyyu, ma dwalla al-rasulu, ma dwalla Muhammadun. But say sahibukum means the one who was born in front of you. And his childhood was in front of you. His youth was in front of you. Okay? And now his age of 50 and 60 is in front of you. And he never lied on a human being. So how can he lie on Allah? And what is he getting to lie? So he is your sahib. He is in front of your eye. Okay, sahibukum. Okay, wama gawa. And neither he is deviated. Okay? So dalal mean when a person he lose the way 100%. Okay? And gawaya mean that a person who is considered not the path which is not the path and he thinks this is the path. Okay? So ma dwalla sahibukum, your companion has not lost the way, wa ma gawa, neither he is deviated. Wa ma yantiqu anil hawa. Wa mean and, ma mean no. Yantiqu means speaking, nutuq. Anil hawa, out of his hawa. Hawa mean desire, his ambition. He don't speak out of his ambition. In huwa, this is nothing illa except wahyun, a revelation. Yuha, revealed. This is a revelation revealed. Wahyun yuha. Okay? So now, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, this prophet, he don't talk. Whatever he say, it is what? Wahy. No, you have a question. Question is, the Prophet ﷺ, he is sitting with the mushrikeen of Makkah, giving tabligh to them. And Abdullah ibn Maktoum come. And he say, I have a question. So the Prophet, Abasa wa tawalla, he frowned his face and he disliked that. And he told him, later on, let me attend them. So when the Prophet said later on, this is wahi, it is not. Because Allah said, I didn't like that. So if it was wahi, why? Why will? So it means that if everything come out of his tongue, it is wahi. So how come he spoke something that Allah didn't like? This is the question. Okay? Okay, another occasion, the Prophet ﷺ say, the mushrikeen of the captured of Makkah, the Osara, the captured of Makkah, the Prophet issued the document and he said, release them with fidya. So when he was saying, release them with compensation, this was wahi. If it was wahi, why Allah say? Okay, so now the answer is here. I established the question. So I develop your tajassus, so curiosity, and now I'm giving you the answer. The answer is, whatever the Prophet say are these types. One is Qur'an. So Qur'an is 100% wahi. Allah like it. The second thing which comes from the Prophet is sunnah, hadith and sunnah. Hadith and sunnah, there is a difference between hadith and sunnah. Hadith mean whatever is proved to be correct from the Prophet is hadith. And out of those hadith which become a tradition for us, qabil iqtida become sunnah. There is a difference between hadith and sunnah. So all the sunnah are hadith, but all the hadith are not sunnah. Like for example, the Prophet urinated once upon a time what? Standing. Hadith is correct, but it is sunnah. Go and urinate. Oh, it is sunnah. No, it is not sunnah. But it is hadith. Okay? The Prophet drinks standing. It is sunnah, it is not sunnah, it is what? But it is hadith. So what is the benefit of this? The benefit is that you go on I-95 and then you go to a gas station and the gas station is all dirty, full of urine and bad smelling. So what you going to do? How can you sit on the toilet? And if you clean, so you are a cleaning person, it will take half an hour to clean. Why will you clean somebody's bathroom? So what will you do? You will urinate standing. You say, where is the hadith? The Prophet did one time. I did one time. Gujarati gas station. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, or suppose you are at the airport and there is a fountain of water. You don't have a cup. What you going to do? You will drink standing. Where is the hadith? The Prophet did one time. Okay, but in your home, you keep on eating and, no, because it's not sunnah. But it is hadith. So what is hadith? Everything which is proved correct, documented that it happened in the life of the Prophet is what? Hadith. Out of those hadith, what become a tradition for an uswa for us that we have to make it our normal life, it is what? It is sunnah. So both hadith and sunnah is what? 100% from Allah. Okay? The word thing are from the Prophet, and mazmoon ilqa is from what? From Allah. This is 100% from Allah. The third thing is called ijtihad nabawi. Ijtihad nabawi means that he don't have Qur'an in this matter, and he don't have a mazmoon ilqa. There is nothing in his mind from Allah, so he figure out. He do ijtihad. Now ijtihad, Imam Abu Hanifa also do ijtihad, and Prophet Muhammad also do ijtihad. The difference between the two ijtihad is, Imam Abu Hanifa do ijtihad. If his ijtihad is not correct, it remains uncorrected until the day of judgment. Nobody fix it. And the ijtihad of the Prophet, if it is not according to the will of Allah, Jibril descend immediately and he fix it. So by the end of the day, every ijtihad of the Prophet is what? Corrected. So in the whole life of the Prophet, there are 6 occasions in which the ijtihad of the Prophet was not according to the imansha of Allah, and Jibril came and he fixed it right away. So this is between the difference between the ijtihad of the regular mujtahideen and the ijtihad of the Prophet ﷺ, that his ijtihad is not left uncorrected. Then you might say, if the ijtihad of Imam Abu Hanifa is not correct, then why will we follow it, and how will we know? If you follow that uncorrected ijtihad of the Imam Abu Hanifa, you still get reward. Okay? So what the normal mujtahideen do, if they do ijtihad and his ijtihad is correct, he get 2 reward. And if the regular mujtahid, he do ijtihad, his ijtihad is not correct, he get 1 reward. Okay, so Imam Shafi, Imam Malik, they did ijtihad, and their ijtihad, of course, there will be only one thing correct. 2 cannot. But the one which is not correct, in the knowledge of Allah, Allah knows which one is correct. Right? But you follow it, no blame on you. Okay? So now you got the answer or not? Everything clear ho gaya ki nahi? Okay? That why Abdullah ibn Maktoum, there are 4 other occasions also, but I told you only 2. One is the Badr, and the other is what? Abdullah ibn Maktoum. Okay? So وَمَا يَنْطِقُ عَنِ الْهَوَىٰ, he don't speak out of his desire. In huwa illa wahyun, in no, huwa this, illa but, wahyun is a revelation, yuha, which is revealed. Right? Okay, so we'll stop here. So, kidhar gaya? Imran. Achha, chalo. Okay, noon mushaddad. You do gunna here. Okay, what is gunna? Gunna is you hold it, you take it to the nose. और ये रूल कोई मुश्किल रूल नहीं है. जिस तरह आपने कल कौन सी 2 रूल आपने याद की? एक लाम का और दूसरा लीन, वाव लीन एंड या लीन. अच्छा, अभी ये रूल भी याद करो. It's easy. It's the easiest rule. Whenever you see in the Quran a noon with shadda or a mim with shadda, माक़बल माक़बाद का शक्कर नहीं है, बस सिर्फ नून शद्दा मीम शद्दा. So you do gunna on it. What is gunna? You hold it and take it to the nose. Inna, ये gunna है. Amman. समझ गए? So look, now here, so you know 3 rules, okay? 3 rules you know. Noon mushaddad and mim mushaddad, you do what? Gunna. Gunna mean? Hold it and take it to the nose. How much you will holding it? 2 alif. 2 beats. An-Najm. इतना. बस ये भी रूल हो गया आपका. तो 3 रूल में तुम ग्रेजुएट हो गए, सर्टिफाइड. अभी चौथा रूल भी बताता हूं. चौथा रूल ये है, ये बहुत आसान है, ये तो उससे भी आसान है. Whenever you see in the Quran qaf, ta, ba, jim and dal, इसको कैसे याद करोगे? हाँ? इसको याद करने का कोई तरीका है? कुतबुजद. क्या है? Qutbujad. Qaf, ta, ba, jim, dal. What is the meaning of Qutbujad? It has no meaning. It is just a formula to remember Qaf, ta, ba, and jim and dal. Whenever you see these, this is condition number 1. The second condition is you see them with a sukoon, with a jazam. So you bounce them. इसको झटका दे दो. Qul huwa Allahu ahad. दाल है ना, तो ऐसा मत बोलो. Qul huwa Allahu ahad. ahad नहीं, ahad. ठीक है ना? अज, अतो, अब, अबतर. इसको क्या कहते हैं? qalqala. Qalqala. What is qalqala? Qutbujad with sukoon you bounce. 3 keyword याद करो. Qutbujad with sukoon you bounce. Qutbujad with sukoon you bounce. Okay. قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق. ये qalqala है. समझिए? अभी यहाँ भी qalqala है. तो यहाँ गुन्ना भी है और qalqala भी है. तो दोनों का रियायत करूंगा. We have to do रियायत of both. वन-नजमी. समझिए? गलत कैसा होगा? वन-नजमी. वन-नजमी. और करेक्ट वन-नजमी इज़ा हवा मा ضل صاحبكم वमा गवा. अच्छा, ये आपके लिए मुश्किल हो जाएगा. बस ये 4 याद करो. यहाँ नून साकिन फॉलोड बाय तो यू डू इख्फा अनिल हवा. नून साकिन followed by ha, you do idhar. Tanween followed by ya, you do idgham ma'al ghunna.
والنجم إذا هوى.
फिर बोलो. Say again.
والنجم إذا هوى ما ضل صاحبكم وما غوى وما ينطق عن الهوى إن هو إلا وحي يوحى.
وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب